Yo, what it is. You know who I is. You know why I is here. Let's get into it. Impact tonight. Overall. And uh anyway, no intro tonight as we cut to Jeff Hardy fighting Abyss backstage. This was the fakest fucking thing I ever saw in an Impact opening. This was horrible. It looked so fake. And then like Mike Tna and Taz were like, "Yo, can you hear me? Yo, can you dig it, sucker? Yo, get me some KFC. Yo, yeah. Oh look, Jeff Hardy's attacking Abyss." That's all it was. This was horrible, man. They were fighting in the hallway, like backstage, throwing each other's into tables and shit, and then hitting each other with mops. This was horrible for an Impact opening. I'm sorry, but it was. Eric Bischoff comes out and says that he's holding Ric Flair responsible for all this bullshit, and he apologizes to Dipsy Carter, and he's going to address Abyss, and he's got no idea what's coming for him, courtesy of Hogan and Bischoff. He says that RVD's got 17 stitches and may have spinal and head trauma. Need to renew a contract. Yeah. So anyway, they vacate the title, and then they're going to do the top 8 contenders in a tournament, and the finals will be at Bound for Glory. We cut to Rob Terry versus Jeff Hardy. Hardy attacks Terry before the bell even begins, but Terry is able to drop Hardy with a front choke slam, then chokes him in the corner. Hardy tries to climb the turnbuckle, but Terry slams him and slammed him off of it and went for a drive, and he drives his shoulder into Hardy's ribs in the corner. Hardy dodges Terry's kicks and then went for the pin. Hardy goes up and hits his whisper in the wind. Terry cuts him off with a forearm shot. Terry hits a spin kick, goes for a power slam. Hardy hit the twist of fate and the swanton bomb to pick up the win. So, I don't really care. Hogan is talking about, "Oh, I'm going to quit TNA." This was pretty much the backstage promo of the night tonight. Hogan is like, "Well, because of what Abyss did to RVD, man, I'm going to quit. And, alright, I love you." That was probably one of like his 7 girlfriends or something like that. And then we went to Jay Lethal versus Mr. Anderson. This was actually a pretty decent match for what it was. Anderson and Lethal counter each other numerous times before Lethal hit a back handspring kick for a 2 count. Lethal punches him in the corner and then rolls into a fireman carry slam, but kicks out at 2. Anderson punches him on the ropes and hits a running elbow, then puts Lethal in a front face lock. Lethal runs the ropes and gets punched in the jaw, then ducks Anderson and hits a backspring elbow. Lethal goes up for a missile dropkick but misses, and then Anderson hit the mic check to advance into the tournament, and afterwards they shake hands in a show of respect. And then Christie is backstage with Angelina Love talking about Madison Rayne invoking a rematch clause, all this bullshit. And then basically the only way that Madison is going to take the title is if she rips it from her cold, dead, lifeless hands. The TNA knocked up tag team title, Madison Rayne versus Angelina Love. Before the match, Angelina brought her bodyguard and all that bullshit. And the beautiful people basically reunited in this match. We got she retained the title. Angelina Love basically hit the Botox injection and won the knocked up tag team title, or retained it, or whatever the fuck happened, because I wasn't paying attention. Kind of didn't care. Ric Flair and Fortune came out and asked if somebody used the word power. He says all of them are power. And they're adding Doug Williams and my 2 favorite people, Matt and Morgan, to the stable. And people love it. Need to love it because they aren't going anywhere. He says EV 2.0 are circus act, and he makes them sick, and they don't belong there. And he says until they can crash on an airplane and walk out, they shouldn't talk to him and they can kiss his ass. Why the fuck are we seeing the 4 Horsemen versus ECW? I mean, this is going to be an entertaining feud, but come on, really? Really? Why are we not focusing more on Motor City Machine Guns? Why are we not focusing more on Jay Lethal? Why are we not focusing more on half your younger guys? Granted, I know Fortune is made up of younger guys, but come on. Really, there should be more to it on this Impact than EB 2.0 versus the Four Horsemen. I mean, Fortune. Seriously. And then Dreamer came out and says that if Dixie didn't tell him to stay back, they would hit the ring and kick their asses. Yeah, okay. They scream at each other before Foley interrupts and says he remembers a drunk phone call from Flair where Flair wasn't a god and he asked Foley for help. Foley told him to come to TNA and how he regrets ever taking the call and wishes he left Flair out. Foley says he works for Dixie, but Flair screams that he only works for himself and Fortune will kick ass and take names while Foley goes home. Dreamer gets on the mic and says will deal with Abyss like sooner or later, and they'll only do it the way they know how. He says that this is definitely the house that AJ Styles built, but they've got nothing but respect. Until last week, Dreamer informs AJ that they'll meet in the ring and it'll be extreme. Yeah, okay. Whoa. Raw for extreme. Okay, Kurt Angle versus Douglas Williams. Angle pushes Doug Williams into the corner and backs off in the instance at the referee. They lock back up and Angle puts him in a side headlock. But William gets out, headbutts him, and throws him on the floor. William gets Angle back and body slams him, then hits 3 knee drops and takes him down with a gut-wrench suplex. Angle fights back with a hip toss and a back body drop and stops Williams with a belly-to-belly suplex. William hits a running knee and tries to go up the top, and is successful in hitting a European jumping uppercut. Angle fights back and hits his 3 Germans, and takes the straps down for the Angle slam. Williams floats over and tries to hit the Chaos Theory, but Angle rolls through it, caught him in the ankle lock, and Williams taps out, and Angle moves on to the semifinals of the tournament. Sting and Kevin Nash basically are going to be feuding with Jeff Jarrett and Hulk Hogan. I turned it off during this segment because you all know how I feel about the old guys. Half these guys I just don't care about anymore. So I'm not going to talk about it because I just don't want to see this. Then we went to Matt Morgan versus the Pope, D'Angelo Dinero. Pope punches Morgan and taunts him for being quicker. Then he kicks Morgan in the corner and hits the outer limits elbow. Morgan then chokes Pope and hits a big clothesline and chokes Pope in the boot with his boot in the corner. Morgan hits the rapid elbows and follows it with a big splash and a side slam. Pope kicked him in the ribs and tries hitting a sunset flip off the top rope, but Morgan holds him and hits a choke bomb. Then he slaps Pope and tells him not to mess with him. Morgan uses the ropes to choke Pope, and Pope then drives under the ring apron. He sets up for the big boot run on the ring post. Pope ducks and Morgan kicks the Pope. Then Pope hits him and rolls it back inside to make the cover. Morgan tries grabbing the rope, but Pope pulled his hand away and got the win. That was actually a nice finish to the match. He hit the DDE right there. And then we went to AJ Styles versus Tommy Dreamer. This match was, kind of whatever, just like this Impact. This Impact, to be honest, was kind of a very okay to decent Impact, but not that great. Okay, AJ talks a little smack to Dreamer before he hits him in the leg, then tries again but gets punched in the jaw. AJ goes flying over the top rope to the floor, and Dreamer hits a somersault dive off the apron onto AJ. Dreamer throws him into the guardrail and body slams him on the floor before rolling him back in the ring. Dreamer hits a running slam for a near fall, then chops AJ in the corner. Woo! Then hits a follow-away pump handle slam for the near fall. Hey, Then AJ fights back and hits a jumping kick, then hits Dreamer with right hands on the mat, and Dreamer is busted wide open. AJ jumps in, drops the right knee on the open cut, and then hits a drop kick and puts Dreamer in a rear chinlock. Dreamer tries to come back with a backdrop suplex, but AJ comes right back with a Pele kick. AJ goes to the apron and goes for the springboard, but Dreamer catches him with an atomic drop. He hits the DDT, but struggled to make the pin. Fortune made their way out to the ramp, but EB 2.0 cut them off, and they all started to brawl, and it was bullshit. Abyss came out, hit the black hole slam on Dreamer, and then AJ Styles got the win to end Impact. while these guys were still fighting. Overall, this Impact is really, really not worth your time. It came off as being okay tonight, but I really would not recommend it that much. I mean, Angle Douglas Williams was all right. Most of the matches were all right, but not great quality. I would also like to remind everybody to please check out WrestlingRevolution.com, the epicenter of all your wrestling needs. It's not too late to get signed up for our contest. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed my review. But actually, wait. Before I leave, I have a little extra time now that we can upload due to 15 minutes. I'd like to make my future addressed real quick here on YouTube. I know a lot of people have been asking me, D. Jose, why are you going away? What's been going on? The fact is, guys, I'm going to college. Again, I start Monday. So that's the reason why Raw reviews are coming to an end. And my future here on YouTube is going to be to where I'm going to mainly get away from doing reviews for a while. I'm still going to talk about TNA, no doubt. You know, the Revolution, they wanted me to talk about TNA. So I'm going to continue to review TNA. But as far as like my WWE videos go, I'm going to have to start making topic vids on the WWE. And I'm also going to do like Instant Classic 8 does. By the way, check him out. I'm going to put him in the description box. He's one of my favorite YouTubers. I'm going to do something to where every once in a while, I'm going to check my form spring, and I'm going to put that in the description box. And if I see some good questions, I'm going to come on, give you guys a shout-out if you want to be shouted out, and answer your question and make a topic out of it. So definitely look forward to that in the near future. And I'm also still going to be on the forums on WrestlingRevolution.com, so look for me there. And if still anybody wants to play PS3 with me, DOZ101 is my ID. Look me up. Everybody, have a good night and have a good weekend. It's been a pleasure doing videos and whatnot now for the time being, but as of now, I must say so long, and thanks for watching.